Alright, welcome back all stars. As you can see, this video is going to be a little different. You might be wondering why this video is going to be a little different, why there's going to be some post commentary and whatnot. Well, I think the best way to do that is to show you. So although I streamed earlier that day, I streamed Doom Eternal. As you can probably hear, there was that terrible echo, and it goes on the entire stream. A lot does happen during stream, so what I decided to do was to cut out everything that wasn't exceptionally exceptional, and to just only include important fights and the good encounter, most of the good encounters that we got that day. And here I'm talking about how APOM is going to be very important for the upcoming gem, because that stream just finished a while ago. APOM, Skaroopy here, where we use them both to eat the ghost gem. I'm not sure how many people would use a APOM. APOM naturally gets agility and baton pass. Remember when we caught APOM, I was like, ooh, cool, it knows baton pass. Naturally new agility, so I also could have used APOM for the upcoming Aemon fight, but we decided to another direction. Our box is pretty good. I did also learn we can trade a Magikarp for a perfect IV Gyarados, which we'll probably do at some point. Yeah, there's that terrible echo. So I'm hoping that I'm speaking really close into my mic because sometimes OBS doesn't pick up every single word I say, so I have to be very close to the mic and such. I hope that's not too annoying. And I said it in my last stream that I'll do test streams more often, like I normally do, but I didn't this on that particular Tuesday because I had streamed Doom Eternal earlier that day, and I thought to myself, oh, there's no way I accidentally changed something or something happened to make it echo like that. I did leave in some of the audio for the cooler moments, so I hope you can bear with me for those. There's me being confused on where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, and as you can notice, I am in speed up mode. I also sped up the video and stuff. Yeah, not shiny hunting or anything. I'm just like, wait, I can't go down the bicycler's path because I didn't talk to the dude with the bicycle. Which, I didn't know at this point. So you're gonna watch me collect berries and be so confused about it all. But yeah, this episode we get more awesome encounters. We're basically cracked. The only thing is we don't have many answers for water types with ice coverage, as well as most of all of our Pokemon we have are physical attackers. We do have we have Togekiss, we have Lava, and then we have one other Pokemon, but most of our Pokemon are physical attackers. So there is an issue if we run into Pokemon that are try burning us all the time. And yeah, as of recording this, for my grinding, I've started to use the Versus Seeker instead of wild Pokemon. Because unless I'm going over after specific IVs, I don't really care. I'd rather just level faster. And at the end of next stream, I elect to try to do as much grinding as possible off stream. So when we stream, it's like business. We can just go ahead and get things done that we want to get done. I included this part specifically because watch this. Steely Dawn here isn't going to miss a rock slide. Through a mist and through a double team. Doesn't miss a rock slide. That was pretty awesome of them. Oh, also, I pop off here because this is the TM for taunt, and I was like, doesn't Crobat learn taunt or something? And then I try to fish here, and that doesn't work. But yeah, we're only gonna have the good encounters we got this stream, and then the hard fights. The encounters that we did get that I didn't think were worth mentioning and me dubbing over was the zangoose that we caught, as well as the tangla. And here's me realizing I must have fast forwarded because I'm pretty sure Mukuro should know fake out by now. And I'm thinking to myself, oh god, did I mess up? Did I not get rid of Endure for fake out? But yeah, a lot of fake out, a lot of setup. That's been the lessons that we've learned so far in this game. But yeah, this Gligar, I don't know if I left it in. This Gligar is plus speed minus special defense. And its immunity, and I said it on stream, I'm not sure if immunity evolves into Poison Heal. I pray it does. Because that's the ability we want. The other one's Hyper Cutter, but I feel like Hyper Cutter's the kind of ability that the first form would have had. You know, I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I'm just cycling in and out Intimidates, thinking, well, another fake out kill. I'm sure it won't. So we went for that fake out. Now we're going to go in Steely Dawn. Although he doesn't like to take a bulldoze, his defense is pretty high. And we just start throwing balls here. And as of recording this, I'm pretty sure I've unlocked heavy balls. But yeah, we caught the Gligar, and initially I think to myself, huh, what should we name it? I know I have a good name for Gligars, but I forget. I'm like, it's female. And then, Windy. Wait, I have the perfect name. It's Glider. And for our next encounter, it's a decent Pokemon. It will be good when it evolves. Because I think I left the audio in. We'll just have to see how well it's picked up here. Because we go ahead to heal our Pokemon. I'm like, oh yeah, you resist. So I'm sure you can take a stab move. Yeah, we just caught another steel type. Do we name Tetsu Tetsu? What do we name this good guy? And then we got the TM for Gyro Ball. I don't remember if I left it in, but I'm like, this is the perfect time to name Pokemon Gyro. And we do have a single metal. Talk about it later, but I'm like, we've actually just about gotten all the steel types we can get. Only ones we're missing are Aggron and Steel. To a to a fortress, I'm pretty sure I'd rather have the Steel. But hey, Bug Bite, Spikes, Stealth Rock, Gyro Ball. That sounds like a set. We also run into a problem. Me not buying healing items and such. My Gyarados is going to be burned. And me not knowing enough about Platinum, especially Mogul Platinum, I think to myself, oh yeah, we'll use our repels, we'll get the kill, we'll be fine. Little did I know it would not be that simple. Little did I know a lot more. I went into here not knowing that there was an important fight. You eventually helped this girl. I didn't leave that part, but I did go to her, and I'm like, now I need to go to a special room. This is a fight I was not ready for at all. So I'm like, okay, at least we have levels on uh, steel type, rock, and then we get a follower. 2085. We talk with him a bit. One other person stops by. We haven't heard our promise that if you haven't been watching the Minecraft series, also happen here. Go for taunt because it's energetic. It's gotta know something to you. I also think, oh, if I taunt you, you can't use air cutter twice. But I think that's just false. It goes for air. It goes for air cutter again. And although it says that in the move description, it seems like it's still able to go for the exact same move. And then boy 2085 is like, oh yeah, I got legendaries. I got a Garatina and a Uxie. And I'm like, oh, really? Are you playing Mogul Platinum? Are you playing a ROM hack? Or what are you playing on? And then we have a bit of a conversation. But I'm also kind of choking. But I also don't know what to do. Because at this point, I'm thinking, okay, it just knows air cutter. Then I make a mistake. I think it's on this turn. The taunt wears off. I'm like, oh, I'll just air cutter, and as long as we hit it, dies. And if I would have taunted that turn, it wouldn't have been able to soft boil. I didn't know it knew soft boil, but I should have just assumed that I should go for the taunt. And I was not ready for this fight, not at all. But nonetheless, we are gonna keep on going. So, because this is losing battle or fighting, it's like I could taunt it again, but I really just need to deal with this Pokemon. Think to myself, there's only one thing I can't do. I think to myself, okay, ACDC can 1v1 thing. Even if he can't, he can paralyze it. Look at this. We get crit. And all the crits that we get hit with this video, yeah, these are only the crits I decided to show. We get crit a lot more, which makes me question what the base crit rate for the AI is, because in the next stream we do, we get crit a whole lot as well. And ACDC dies because he got crit by an air slash. And then I thought to myself, okay, if air cut is its only attacking move, I guess, then surely it won't be KO'd. But the main reason we paralyzed there was to maybe it would flinch. I mean, not flinch. Maybe it'd be paralyzed and can't move. But the main reason we did it for is the move known as smelling salts. It does increase damage if the foe's paralyzed, which is kind of specific, but if anyone's going to take an air cutter and then be Hariyama, then we're also in a not good spot. I probably could have stayed in just to knock it off, but I decided not to take that risk because I possibly need Berserk's Fake Out for momentum, as well as his Thick Fat ability. Now, Groddle does not take this Psybeam very well. Kadabra goes down. And then I think she has a Prinplup as well. Is that her last Pokemon? Now it's Porygon 2. Think of another battle. So I'm like, ooh, you're Shell Armor. Shame we won't be critting you. So I do not know this thing's moveset. I haven't even looked at the docs, but I think to myself, okay, I just need a Pokemon to take maybe an ice move or something. Who knows what it's going to use on. Or it's attack, but like I assume it's a Porygon 2. It's probably a special attacker anyway. And we got crit again, twice in the same fight. Which, actually, I don't think it's... Yeah, it is twice so far. Or is it 3 times? I do know before this battle ends, every Pokemon that can be crit is crit. Well, actually, I don't know if it's every Pokemon. I think there's one Pokemon specifically that didn't get crit. But 4 out of 5 Pokemon that could be crit got crit. So we went for the Fake Out. And I'm like, okay, Revenge should Oko. Gyarados has been crit. I think Croat's been crit already. And Alakita was crit. And if would you look at that, we got crit again. And then Berserk finally uses that Citrus Berry. And we're at the 3rd gym. And we're almost net positive in Citrus Berries. So that's good. But yeah, I think if I check my bag, I only have like 1 Citrus Berry. But, you know. Then there's this Haunter, which I think to myself, oh, it's going for a ghost move. I could go for knockoff here, but there's no guarantee. Like if it hits me with a ghost move or something, Berserk could go down here, because Berserk is minus special defense, even though they're an HP tank. So I'll go into Mukuro, because I think to myself, it's probably going for a ghost move. Instead it goes for double team. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll go into our good friend Soundwave and this. We can taunt or we can crunch. Goes for a double team again. The reason I went into Soundwave was I know a dark move, I'm pretty fast, and there's no way it's going for a ghost move on a normal type. That'd be insane. So now that that's been done, we go ahead and we go for the crunch. Right. That's the end of this fight. I spent a bunch of time getting lost in this freaking cavern, which you won't have to suffer through. But yeah, read out her lines and how she lost an item. It was like some kind of rip or something. But we do a bunch of double battles. I spend a bunch of time lost in this cave. And then we eventually help her, but I just run through all my repairs. And I say all, but nearly all. Um, yeah, I'm reflecting. I'm like, oh no, ACDC is dead, which is kind of bad for us because we don't have any decent speed fighting types that's gonna know their fighting useful. I have Infernape. You have Combuskin, but Combuskin is more baton pass. Torchic gets baton pass at level 20, but none of the evolutions get baton pass naturally. Kind of important because our Torchic is speed boost, sub, bulk up, pretty much destroys everything. If you can't hit Combuskin for super effective, you just get wrecked by that specifically. There probably will come a point where I just get rid of bulk up. Yeah, there will probably be a point where I get rid of up and just have another fighting move. I mean, a fire move. Just be substitute baton pass because being speed boost and just passing that as well. Because as long as I'm passing +3 speed, on how thinking to myself, that's an interesting sucker punch on my water type. And I'm like, oh my god, this thing knew grass now. Good thing I didn't use Gyarados to this thing. But yeah, that's why I included this, just to be like, oh my god, grass now. In a back Aqua Tail. The easy fight. All these fights are pretty. There is a fight against Sentret, no, a Ferret and a Zigzagoon. Or I forget what the final evolution of Zigzagoon. I know Obstagoon. I forget what the other one is. Fight, whatever it is. After we fight whatever it is, go in. This place or this place. Yeah, I used a bunch of repels. I think I only included. Okay, yeah. And then at this point, I'm like running out of repels, so I need to buy fuel. And I also talk about how I'm pretty sure Giordano made all the Pokeballs much cheaper. Good. This means we can afford more repels. I say I can get 76. That's cool. But I'm only gonna buy a few. Just a few here. Pokeballs, repels. Grab some repels. Then I go take a break because I'm in the place and I can't find the special room to get. Sure, everyone and their mom knows how to get a. I'm not one of them. Skipped a lot of me doing this puzzle in particular. While and I just started. I think after one of these mess ups, just make save state so I don't have to keep sting repel. Try and get here. I didn't realize I could have just scooted up. Takes me a few, but like yeah, I bought 55 repels and I'm down to 50. So you can probably tell I've been puzzle for one of these. That's what 10 trying to. You end up moving the Gabite hatchet. Our Gabite's kind of cracked. What I didn't notice when we caught it is that it's rough skin. I don't know if it's always rough skin. I definitely could have killed some of our Pokemon. It was just on speed up, me and doing children's puzzles. Not the best, not my best skill. You know, I'm strong enough to admit faults. And right there, I'm like, oh, that's all I had to do. Okay, that's awesome. That item over there is a claw. I didn't include getting it. I think I just skipped getting the bite here. So here I pop off. Being, oh yeah, he made it a guaranteed encounter. Again, I'm not sure if the stats in our guide are locked or anything. Like I'm not sure. Kind of just for dragon. I mix in taunts, intimidates, and a bunch of other stuff because I try to make sure it doesn't dragon rage. We're lucky that at this point we have Pokemon that are fully evolved. Whole fight. I fake this thing out. I hit it up. Paying more attention, I probably wouldn't. AI does something different, something I definitely wouldn't do. Probably because it's a maybe wild Pokemon still press random. We initially brought Panther to help catch this other shenanigans. Didn't that yeah, it's in the next video I realized we don't have any answers for water type because almost every single water type is coverage. We have our Chinchou, which has terrible still is an I don't know if Drayano made a way. Not Eve Ivies. I don't know if he made a way to get better Ivies on your Pokemon. That would be cool. Like I think our Chinchou is worse than I gift Beldum. Sure, everyone knows. It a male to bite. Uza. Sure. I learned it's not that this Munchlax is in its defense. It's just that Munchlax naturally But yeah, I say, oh, we'll catch this first ball. Maybe we'll fake out again, catch it first ball. Then, oh, this Munchlax's probably pretty weak. But I also say, I know Snorlax is especially defensive, physically defensive, but I thought Snorlax, Munchlax, very, that. This Munchlax is actually plus, plus defense. I'm including this because this may be Pokemon. Call it a misplay. Get in a sticky situation. What I thought at the time was a misplay was actually Alma being a beast. This is just muscle band. This isn't a Guts Hariyama. Hariyama is just kind of. I think kind of. Fight the fight that we start next stream off with. They're all level 30. And here I'm thinking of, okay, who do I deal with? I think, pretty sure I want. It was probably, like, it's probably the fastest thing myself. If I have to take a fire one, I guess that kind of, I confused. How bad can how bad can confusion be at the end of the day, really? I do hope that this didn't cut out much. Because I just realized that there might have been some cutting out here, which is why I have to speak really close into the mic on OBS. I don't know why that is. Like, I've done some looking up, and I've been told to make sure that I'm not opening up any other programs that possibly could use the same microphone input. But anyway, yeah, this is the sticky situation. I'm not sure if Snubble is fairy type yet. That revenge answers my question. And I know that know that the Trapinch can only be digging Pokemon. It can't switch out. So I go for Bounce, which I initially think is a misplay. As soon as I click it. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I bounce? I could hit myself in confusion. I also say maybe I should have bounced the Snubble. Or got burned, tagged me, because it was flame buff. Stuff like, guess we'll stick with what we stick with. And then I'm like, oh, that crit, wait, it's super effective. And then I remembered Ion is Bug Dragon in this game, which means this Trapinch is also a bug. Yeah, the Snubble roars in Hariyama. I comment on, I'm confused why the AI would do such a thing. And the only thing I can think of is it didn't have anything to hit the Hariyama, so it decided to roar in something it might have been able to hit, so I guess it didn't know Play Rough or any other kind of fairy moves. But yeah, that was kind of a sticky situation we were in. Thank goodness we were overleveled. Gyarados is a beast, which we probably be replacing. I don't know if the Magikarp trade is for a whatever. Probably Jolly or Adam. I just know that there's a Magikarp trade for a perfect IV Gyarados. Which, as much as I love Diver Down, I'm certain his IVs aren't perfect. Skipped whatever item that was. Can't remember what it was. But here's the cutie fight. I forgot. I forgot. I knew there was a cutie fight coming out, but I forgot that it was at that exact point. Because as you can see, I'm leading Groddle. I was like, I wanted to lead Hariyama for this. I switch in Hariyama, but there's no point in doing this. Like, I would have led Hariyama, because the AI would have done the same thing. The only difference is Berserkier would have taken one less Avalanche. Because even on the turn I fake it out, they don't switch out. They still just click app. And I don't know if I've said this before, but whenever you play, the AI assume whenever it sees a Pokemon, it assumes you have one ability or the other until you confirm its suspicions. Like if you have a Bronzor, it you can go into the same fight twice, but allegedly, like I'm just saying this, but I'm pretty sure this is how it is. The AI will assume you're either levitate. If it assumes you're levitate, it will never go for a ground move. But if it doesn't think you're levitate, then it will go for a ground move. So it's possible you use a heat proof Bronzor, but the AI thinks to itself, oh, it must be a levitate, so I'm never going to click it. This is a sticky situation. Gyarados got crit. I think we're up to 5 crits at this point, at least, from what I've shown you. But yeah, I see that that did a little over half, but it was a crit, so I say to myself, don't get crit into High Rolled Psychic. That would be a shame, Gyarados. But it looks like that didn't happen. But I do think to myself, okay, no, I don't switch. I'm thinking of another instance where Gyarados is in a similar situation, but I switch out because I'm like, even though Bite can't miss, I just am not comfortable seeing Gyarados. Not comfortable seeing our Gyarados like that on such low health. Oh, okay, this is what I was talking about. Earlier, that girl had the Prinplup, and I thought, what's about to happen is about to happen. So I think to myself, we don't really have any good answers. Solid water, because most solid water types also have ice coverage. So what do we do about this? We go into Bob Marley, of course. Take an Icy Wind. Then it goes for Brick Break. I'm confused. Because Icy, Icy Wind 100%. I don't think naturally or special. Correct me if I'm wrong. I accidentally. I forget what it was. I was holding out for some move Gildon gets before Bastion. In the long run, probably doesn't matter. I thought our Crobat was inner focus. I never see the inner focus speed. I keep saying I need to check what ability our Crobat is. Yet to do so. So we go for the air cutter here. It is super effective. It hits back. Say to myself, is this air cutter and get Brick Crobat? Just dies. Do that. Crobat. Great game that they are. They hit the air cutter. It's 32. Does he evolve here? He evolves at 33. I'm pretty sure. Nope, no, he does evolve at. I think it's interesting. I don't know if it's a Drano thing. The starters evolve at different. We don't get Combuskin until 36. At 30. Isn't that kind of crazy? That the starters don't evolve at a uniform rate. I make the decision that we don't care about opponents being speed anymore. Killer speed. Don't have ways of slowing it down anymore. I feel like that's more of a early game issue than anything else, you know? Yeah, I look at Frenzy Plant because I think to myself, oh, is this like Emerald Kaizo oil move? Like, no, it's a move I can't move. Not gonna be Frenzy Plant. Like, if it was a recoil move, considerable. And then, yeah, like I said, I didn't want Steely to happen. I wasn't, which isn't like me, chat. I promise. I would never do such thing. Steely Dawn's now up there. What's the low end? And I'm like, Endure is just worse protect. Well, like, it's not literally worse protect, but you know what I mean. It's like, oh, it's a turn you don't. You're a slow Pokemon. What's the point? Get the Versus Seeker, which I use a lot for grinding. I don't know if I said that already. But it's a far better way for grinding unless I care about IVs. And I think I fill up. I think I leave this in something. Oh, yes, I think we're putting Lapuni back on the so we can get the Igar. Oh no, I remember. I did that, so oh, we did have a map. Oh, there's nothing we can catch in this route. Say to myself, got the Gligar plus speed minus special defense, but it's immunity, which I'm pretty sure is poison heal, so our Gligar is kind of cracked. We have a Munchlax, that's pretty nifty, and then we did end up catching the Gabite. So I say to myself, this is a pretty awesome stream. I don't think there is any other Pokemon we could catch that be pretty cool. A Pokemon that go end game, which we're almost at. After the not the next gym, forget what's. I think Crash or Wake. There's the fighting. We've got the Ghost Gym, which I just beat. Then we have Fighting Gym. I think after that is Crash or Wake. That's at Water Gym. After that, we're entering the end game. Like, man, Tang, we could have caught him a Tang. How sad. But if you look at this, ain't that crazy? A shiny Matang. We weren't even shiny hunting. It just randomly comes out. And then I cut out that whole battle and such. Did indeed catch this Matang. And I don't know. Because maybe I'm just unlucky with stuff. Because, like, when I was shiny hunting the routes, it legitimately took me 4 hours. But just randomly walking around the world, like, what was it? 3 streams later, we catch a shiny Pokemon. I make a joke. It's not here, but I make a joke basically saying, man, if I catch a shiny Pokemon, no one's there to see it. Did I really legitimately catch a shiny Pokemon? But yeah, I like ask chat, hey, anyone want to name this Matang? But some people just lurk around in chat. I guess they just love to hear the sound of my voice. Or that, or the real ones who just turn on my stream to support my numbers. Which, I mean, it's pretty cool. But, I'm really just doing this to make sure I legitimately keep playing my games and such. But I don't want to keep uploading poor quality stuff. Like, I'm not gonna have any more series like the Bakugan series where the emulator literally doesn't work. It's busted. We're far past that point now. And instead of me not uploading any video at all, this is what I'm doing. I'm just recording over the audio issue Which when I streamed the next day, I did a test stream. I don't remember changing anything, but there wasn't any echo like there was this stream. So it's possible that I left on my playback because sometimes I'll listen to myself before stream. It's possible that's what I did, but when I reset my computer, that didn't happen. I don't know. Nonetheless, that was the last great encounter we got. I don't know. I feel like I've already said it. We did end up catching a zangoose as well as a chlorophyll tangla. I'm pretty sure I would have rather it been the other ability because I'm sure Drayano gave it regenerator. So I'm pretty sure we got the bad tangla. But yeah, we got the Pineco, who can be another steel type for us. Yeah, I'm looking at. Oh, actually, I just wanted to move our shinies right next to each other. I could meme, depending on how far we get. I could just bring a bunch of shinies to the Elite Four over strats, and I'm sure I could make it work. Having a dark weakness wouldn't be cool, but depends on what other shinies we get. You know. Oh yeah, this is where we get another shiny. No, I'm kidding. This is where we meet Big A. According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began in a newly created world. A world where only time flowed and space expanded. There should have been no strife. But what kind of world is that? Because the human spirit is weak and incomplete, strife has spread. This world is being ruined by it. I find the state of affairs to be deplorable. Yeah, that's just Big A talking about his chat and lack of coffee. Isn't that crazy? I thought about changing the game files to mess with Big A's audio, make him talk in memes. But I also thought that's more trouble than it's worth because what if I break the game? But yeah, here I basically say next stream, what we're gonna do is prepare for the Eamon fight, as he uses a bunch of darts. And I'm like, not sure exactly how we're gonna beat it. I do know, like I'm thinking in my head, he leads off with a protect toxic stalling Pokemon. So I think to myself, maybe we do substitute shenanigans. And my initial thoughts were, we could use Forge, and I think that is what we think. I think. Stay tuned, I guess. That is what we end up doing. And I'd like to say, as this video comes to a close, thanks for tuning in, just listening to the sound of my voice, really. There were a few moments that I left in just so you could get a genuine response. At Shiny, I did scream a little bit, and I said OMG a bunch. Talked about stuff. Yeah. Next video, we'll be going up April, and it's going to be us doing a little preview for whose normal types pop off. I did talk about APOM at the very beginning of the video, but we use another important normal type. Well, I say important. We use another normal type to deal with Aemon. Use APOM to deal with the Ghost Gem. Yeah. Any of that interest, be sure to tune in next time, and I promise there won't be any audio issues. You won't have to listen to just the sound of my voice in almost complete silence. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Be sure that you tell someone you love them, because you never know the next time you might see them again, or if they just really need to hear it, you know? But yeah, I'll keep doing me. You keep doing you, unless you know you shouldn't. But I'm sure most people need to hear they should be themselves more than they need to change who they are. How else are you gonna break through, shine on, break the mold, as they say? But anyway, I didn't do the. You have no knowledge of if I did the exercises or not, and I talk about that next stream, which I also didn't do them in. But I promise this time, I promise June 30th, we will do the exercises for the dead Ella kid. I promise, I promise, I promise. But yeah, until we meet again, I'm a Mod Star. See ya, All Stars.